Hello and welcome to day 3 of the new update live stream. Today, like promised, we're going to be making a tier list for all the synergies in Magic Chess, in the current season anyway. After playing the game, the new update for 2 days, I already have a fair understanding on the synergies that are in the game right now. So, in this stream, I'm going to be making a tier list. We're going to be grading all the synergies in a tier list. That is what is going to be happening in today's stream. So, as usual, if you enjoy, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Yeah. And as I'll be making the rankings, you can just let me know what you think about the rankings and, yeah, all that. So first, before I'm still going to wait a bit. I'm still going to wait a bit before starting the So, yeah, I'm just going to be ranking all the synergies in the tier list. These are all the synergies in the game. We have Master, Summoner, Archer, Elementalist, Mage, Guardian, Gunner, Wrestler, Swordsman, and those are the rules. And the factions we have Nature Spirit, Ablaze Bounties, Astropa, Saber, Prince, Cadia Riverlands, Wormslayer Warrior, Northern Vale, Forsaken Lights, Necro Keeper, and Mystic Bureau. So, yeah, let's just get right into it. I'm not going to waste too much time with the introduction. I'm just going to get right into making the tier list. Unfortunately, the tier list is going to be done with in portrait mode, so I just apologize for the income. I could not find a way to do it in landscape, so it's going to have to be done in portrait. So you're going to have to bear with me on this. So yeah, starting with the Ablaze Bounty. I'm not going to go in alphabetical order. So I'll start with Ablaze Bounties. Now the synergy is the gold synergy is the current synergy that gives gold. We have Claude, Esmeralda, Franco, and Aldous. It's a nice synergy, but considering that you actually need to have Gunner all the time. You can't just use the Ablaze bounties. It's not like a hyper carry synergy, so to say. So I can't put it as one of the best synergies in the game. So it's between it would I would put it as somewhere between good and very good. I'll just say it's a good synergy. It's not a bad one. It's always a good thing to have on the team. But you still need Gunner, you still need Mage, you still need something to really use the Ablaze bounty synergy very well. Then next we have the Archer synergy. The Archer, for those who were in the stream yesterday when I was using the Prince synergy, you would know that the Archer synergy really has a lot of potential this season. I won't say it's one of the best synergies. I would say if I'm to pick it won't be one of the best synergy because the Archer synergy has a lot of weaknesses in that it still relies on other synergies as for front lines. You still need a solid front line. You still need some attack speed to really do anything. So it's dependent on other synergies, but in itself, it is still very good. So and because of the addition of the Prince synergy, it has a lot of potential for this season. So I would say Archer is very good. A rank. Astro Power is going to be the first. I'm just going to put in the S rank first before explaining. Astro Power this season is going to be S rank because we have Swordsman. The Karina is no longer an assassin. She's now a swordsman, but she still has the assassin passive. So Karina Hypercarry is still going to be in the game. Um, in the other hyper carries, we have the summoner synergy, but it's not really a hyper carry per se. The astral power is just there as support, but the fact that the astral power has more than one possible approach to it. Okay, maybe S is stretching it. It's I'll put it as a very high A rank. But it will be a very high A rank, very close to S rank. It's a good synergy. It has good star cores. But it's we still have that. It still relies on the swordsman synergy. Still relies on the summoner synergy. So somewhere between S and A. Astro Power is going to be we're definitely going to see Astro Power a lot this season. Cadia Riverlands, um, for Cadia Riverlands, I would say Cadia Riverlands is kind of an maybe a B rank or a C rank really. The synergy in itself is not it's not really very good. You need if you use the synergy on its own, even with the star cores, it's still not going to do that much. And considering it's a 6 hero synergy, like that's not a very good look for a 6 hero synergy. So I would just put this one as a very average synergy. Elementalist is in the last season we had Vexana with Elementalist, Forsaken Light, and Necro Keep. So Vexana was a very welcome to the stream. Vexana was a very was one of the most annoying hyper. Well, she was not really hyper carry per se, but she was a very annoying hero to deal with in general. So Elementalist, Forsaken Light, and Necro Keep managed to dominate the meta throughout the whole of last season. So now Vexana is no longer an Elementalist, but now he's Summoner. But instead of Vexana, we have Aurora. And as we all know, Northern Vale, we have Freya, we have Franco, we have Aurora. Aurora with the Elementalist and Northern Vale, it's just very good. And then the Elementalist Crystal also has potential. We have Elementalist Being, we have Elementalist Julian, we have a lot of Elementalist potentials, even with Elementalist Mage as well. So Elementalist is one of the most flexible synergies in the current patch, also one of the strongest, definitely. So Elementalist is definitely going to take the S rank, the first S rank synergy of the day. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. Then we go to Forsaken Light. Forsaken Light is also a supporting synergy, but unlike other supporting synergies, the Forsaken Light it's probably one of the best supporting synergies in the game because 40% attack speed for every hero is a lot, and it has very good heroes. You have Melissa with her AoE attack speed buff. You have Yin Yin is one of the most, he's probably the strongest 2 gold hero in the game. Then you have Julian, who got an adjustment on his skill. So now Julian is a very good potential hyper carry. And then Xavier is already the hyper carry of the Elementalist synergy. So Forsaken Light is definitely one of it's going to be a very strong synergy because we're going to use it in a lot of synergies. Guardian is we have a lot of new Guardians now. We have Mino, although Mino is not a new Guardian per se. Mino has always been a Guardian. He has been there since the last season, and because of the change to the Guardian synergy, where you can now trigger the synergy with 2 heroes, the Guardian gained a little bit of popularity. But now that Estes is a Guardian as well, we have a lot more possibilities with Nature Spirit Guardian. You can have Estes healing the Nature Spirits and still giving you the Guardian synergy. So it is the possibility, at least in terms of Nature Spirit Guardian, is much higher than maybe with Saber Guardian or even Astro Power Guardian, where you can have Minotaur as your hyper carry. The possibility there is still kind of there. So for Guardian, I would say it's somewhere between A and B. I'm just going to put it as B. It's a good synergy. I mean, of course, you still can't just have the Guardian just there. You still have to have either Nature Spirits for some extra damage reduction. You still have to have either Astro Power for some extra damage. And then you can even have Saber herself for some extra damage, with Johnson in front and then the Saber, the Unitrons as well. Although I'm not going to talk too much about that one, okay? Because right now I'm still irritated by the change to the Saber. So for now, Guardian is going to be B rank. Now, we go to the next synergy, which actually was the strongest synergy in the last part, almost the most dominating of all synergies last season. We have the Gunner synergy. There was almost no change to the Gunner synergy at all. Claude got a slight nerf, and the Ablaze bounties, the Ablaze, but no, Kadia didn't really. They didn't get nerfed. It's just the synergy is not. It's just not the. It's not. It's not really. I won't say it's not. It's not worth it really. After 1-1, if you're playing Kidia Archer, that's probably the only way you can use Kidia. With Kidia Archer, maybe with Kidia Weapon Masters. Now that Sun is no longer a Weapon Master, you can't really enjoy that Kidia Weapon Master as much as before. So if you're just using the Kidia synergy alone, it's really not very good. You still need to have Archer at least to really enjoy Kidia. So that's why Kidia is taking a very low rank here. Then that's what I was saying about the Gunner synergy. If so far I played throughout yesterday and the day before, and I didn't see anybody using the Gunner synergy. It wasn't because the synergy got nerfed. I would say it's still because a lot of people just want to like try the new synergy. They want to try out Summoner, they want to try out Prince and all that. So everybody just left the Gunner synergy for a while. I would still say though that the Gunner synergy is still an S rank because all they reduced in Claude was his HP, which is not really that significant. So I would still put the Gunner synergy as an S rank. I think this is exactly what my tier list looked like last time. We had Elementalist and Gunner as S rank, but that is just how I see it. Elementalist and Gunner are still they are the most complete of all the synergies in the game. They have defense, they have offense, they have sustainability, they have everything you could want, and they also have hyper carries that can actually go like 1v9 against every enemy. So for Gunner, I think I have not played Gunner yet, so I'm still using the how it was last season. And if we go by that, the Ablaze bounties got buffed, so Claude is still there. Then the other Gunner heroes are still there as well. You still have Northern View. The change to Northern View, all that happened was that Aura got added. The other Northern View heroes are still there. Bane is still there. Franco and Freya. So you still have Gunner, Ablaze bounties, and Northern View. That combo is still there. So definitely, Gunner is still going to be a very good choice in the current meta. So now I move to Mage. The change to the Mage synergy made it so that the Mage synergy became a kind of it's a synergy exclusive, a member exclusive synergy. Yes, so only the members of the Mage synergy can actually gain anything from the synergy now, which is still okay. It would have been okay, but the damage of the Mage synergy then got nerfed as well. So now, in addition to being more difficult to build, it's also slightly weaker than it was before. Although we now have a crystal, but the crystal, it doesn't really. I would say that it's still okay. It's still okay. Kagura is still there. Esmeralda is still okay. And the new effect. Okay, yes, I just remember now. The new effect of the Mage synergy where it gives some vamp. And there's nobody's talking about this yet. But if you play Nature Spirit and Weapon Master, you would notice that there is also a chance. There's usually always a chance to add Mage into that. So Weapon Master gives heal, Nature Spirit gives heal, and not Nature Spirit, Mage also gives heal. So the combination of Weapon Master and Mage with Nature Spirit is going to be another combo to look out for in the current season. And even aside from Weapon Master or Nature Spirit, just the Mage synergy on its own with Kagura, Faramis, and Cyclops, Esmeralda, let's not forget Kadita and Julian. All those 6 heroes are very strong in their own right. So when you have the Mage synergy, even though the damage reduced, those heroes are still going to dominate. So Mage, I would say Mage is. I want to put it as S rank, and also I want to put it in A rank. Well, I'll just put it as S. Yeah, Mage is also going to be an S rank. Mystic Burial. Okay, Mystic Burial. I am very inclined to put Mystic Burial as C rank because now it's much more difficult to build. It also, well, it's just much more difficult to build. That's all. The fact that it's much more difficult to build just makes it very almost not worth it anymore. It's still a good synergy, but like if you go to Mystic Burial Mage, for instance, you still need the Mage synergy. Mystic Burial Gunner, you still need the Gunner synergy. Hayabusa is now there. Hanzo is no more in the game. We now go Hayabusa, but I mean, it's still. I mean, the potential if every hero can turn into Hayabusa would be nice, and apparently they can trigger the Swordsman synergy as well. But still, all it shows is that you still need other synergies to make the Mystic Bureau work. The other synergies are just you need other synergies to buff the Mystic Bureau synergy. So in itself, it's not a very good synergy. If anything, it's just going to take. I'm really wondering if there's going to be any synergy in D. If I'm going to put any synergy in D. If I'm going to put any synergy in D, it would have. Welcome to the stream. If I'm going to put any synergy in D, it's going to be. It's actually going to be Mystic Bureau. But after I'm done putting every synergy arbitrarily, I will then go back and just rearrange everything based on like what is in the. I'll compare them to what else I put in the list, so that okay, if I put something, if I put two synergies that are really not worth it, so I can rearrange it. So for now, Mystic Bureau is going to be in C. I'll still go come back to check it again. Now, Necro Keep. As at last season, Necro Keep would have been an S, but Vexana is no longer an elementalist, so now she only gets one, summon. Leomord is still in the game, and Leomord, of course, Leomord is Leomord. He's a very strong hero. Faramis as well, another strong one. Welcome to the stream. Faramis as well, but the fact that Vexana is no longer in the elementalist energy just reduce the chance of Necro Keep getting into that S rank. Right now, I would say Necro Keep is A rank at best. Yes, that is there too. That is just what I said. The damage got reduced. Esmeralda as well. She got her HP reduced because Esmeralda with the new mage synergy, the heal, the damage as well, she's going to be very broken. So yeah, as they just what's the word? They diverted some of the damage into sustain. So now mages have sustain of their own. That is why the mage. I still after thinking about it, I still that yeah, the mage is going to be S rank. It may be more difficult to build. It may have less damage, but that sustain that it has now is a very good way to balance everything. So mage is still definitely going to be S rank. Then moving on to nature spirit. Nature spirit is, I mean, I can't put nature spirit and mage in the same class because mage just completely destroys nature spirit. I think anybody who has played nature spirit has experienced playing against a mage and just getting destroyed by Kagura. Now, while the nature spirit is good against some other synergies, other burst synergies like Worm Slayer Warrior and Swordsman, when it comes to fighting against me, even Elementalist and Gunner, these synergies just completely shred nature spirit. So we can't put nature spirit as an S. We also can't put it as an A. I would say nature spirit is somewhere between A and B. I just put it in B for the time being, and A for the time being. Then we move to Northern Vale. Northern Vale is probably my favorite of the current season because Aurora, of course, Elementalist is there. The combo I have seen to use with Northern Vale in this season is Weapon Master and Elementalist. You get and you need an Elementalist crystal as well. So you have Weapon Master. You have 6 Weapon Masters and 6 Elementalists with 3 Northern Vale. You also have some Forsaken Light. You also have some some Nature Spirit. That you can have a lot of other side synergies. But once you have 6 Weapon Masters and 6 Elementalists, you can then have maybe even an Elementalist Bane. I played Elementalist Bane in the stream on Tuesday, and it was very beautiful. Seriously, the potential with Bane, the potential with Aurora, and then Franco and Freya are still there. Although, of course, you still need. It's not like as if you can. People who use Task Skill 3 can use Northern Vale in itself with Bane, with Aurora, with Franco and Freya. Those synergies are very. But for us who don't use Task Skill 3, we can't say that Northern Vale is an S rank. For us, it would be just an A rank. Then we move to Prince. Prince, I would just put Prince as a D, and nothing too much there. Going to Saber. Saber is also C. After that recent nerf on Saber, I can't put Saber as a very high synergy anymore because the Unitrons are so much weaker now. I mean, we get our normal heroes can fight now, but that was not a problem. The Unitron did a lot of damage. We didn't need the other heroes. Now that the other heroes are there, but they're not even doing anything. The Unitrons are just there. No, just nothing. So no. If I'm going to put Saber anywhere else, I just put it at B at most. But no, it's just C. That's a very average synergy. It's not something that would very very break the meta anymore. Summoner so far, Summoner has been, it has been okay. Zask is a very good hero. I know why I put Prince in D. It's you. Are you telling me that all that stress I went through is worth what I got at the end? All the stress I went through for the Prince synergy, it wasn't worth it. I mean, it might have been. It's beautiful. It's very nice to see, but the mental uh, stress to do that every game is it's just not worth it. Okay, it's worth it in terms of like the end result, but that's like maybe if I want to take a break from playing other scenarios, so let me just have fun, play Prince a bit. But I want to use Prince to rank up like every time. No, 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 no. I'm not ready. I can't do that. I don't think anybody is willing to go through that stress to use Prince like that. So for now, I'll put it at D. At the end, after I rearrange the tier list, it may still go up to S. But for now, let's just leave it at D. Hmm. Okay. There is still that the possibility of, but what made the dark core saber synergy, strategy very strong last season was because the unitrons did a lot of damage. I don't know if the dark core has even changed because now that the unitrons don't, um, the dark core of the saber might have actually changed. Let's quickly check that. The dark core of the unit of that saber synergy might have changed. Okay, it's still pretty much the same thing. It's still pretty much the same thing. So there's not much difference. So the dark star core is still going to be okay, and protecting the unitrons now might even be easier because all you have to do is just line up all your heroes in front, and the unitrons will spawn at the back. So it might even be easier now. But still, the fact that the unitrons have less damage already just nullifies it. It's just a big turn off. Like back then, the high when like the unitrons had so much damage that they melted. Any one star hero would die instantly. Any two-star hero, if they are not careful, will die instantly as well. That high was the reason why we played Saber. But now that that is gone, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Let's just say it's an average synergy now, or maybe B at most. But for now, I'll just leave it at C. Summoner, like I was saying, Zask is okay. Sun is okay too. People would really be very unhappy about how Vexana doesn't have two guards anymore, just one guy. I'm sure it has more damage, but it's still just one. One can be destroyed easier than two and doesn't have as much CC. So Vexana fans will not really like the adjustments to Summoner. Although in itself, the synergy is okay because it has the future tech passive. It gives you some Summoner hero. So if you manage to get Popol and Zask in the early game, you can potentially get all your summoners to 3 star in the length of an average game. You can get all your summoners to 3 star. So you have the advantage of that your heroes are always going to be strong. So you just have to build around them and you will actually get a lot of profit. But then if you don't get Popol early, or if your summoner synergy just keeps giving you Popol when you want Vexana or Sun, then it would be very, so I'll just say it's a B. It's a good synergy. Whether it's worth being a hyper carry synergy or not, though, I would still we still left to see that one. Then we go to the next S rank synergy. There's no need to really talk too much about Swordsman synergy. We know Karina is now a swordsman, Hayabusa is a swordsman, Ling is still a swordsman, Lance is still a swordsman. Those four, we now have Worm Slayer in addition. We now have Astro Power in addition. Come on, the swordsman synergy is going to dominate. It's going to dominate the current season. It should be the very first. Oh, I put it first. Well, but the swordsman synergy is going to dominate the current season. We have all the hyper carries. We have the perfect supporting synergies. We have the perfect star cores. We have everything is just perfect. So swordsman S rank. Alright, so 3 synergies left. Wormslayer. When you use it with the swordsman synergy, you can have a lot of, you know, possibility with it. When you use it with Gunnar, you still have Claude and Roger potential hyper carries when you have crystals. Wrestler Elementalist, not really. You can't really use Wormslayer Guardian because then you would not have any damage. It's just pure defense, which would be good. Maybe good if you are playing with like Nature Spirit, Wormslayer Guardian. But Wormslayer. I'd say Wormslayer is a good. It's good for supporting synergies, but uh, for us to say it's a like broken synergy, nah, it's not. It's not a broken synergy. Just B rank. Wrestler got buffed. It now has a 2.5 second stun, and we now have Prince. We now have a Prince with it. We have Daroth with it. We still have the usual heroes, and I wouldn't say that. If I'm going to pick, I think I mentioned it in the stream. If I'm going to pick the Swordsman Star Core, then that means that I'm only using Astro Power and Worms. I only plan to use Karina, Lance, and Ling. So that way it's just like enclosed within Worm Slayer and Astro Power Swordsman. But if I plan to use Hayabusa, Hayabusa is the only other one. So if I plan to use Hayabusa, then that means I'm not going to pick Swordsman Star Core. I'll pick Worm Slayer Star Core. They lowered the damage of this. So that was a necessary nerf. The maximum attack they can get was reduced by 40. So that was a necessary nerf because with Hayabusa, with Astro Power, with the Swordsman synergy really, I don't think there's anything anybody can do to stop that synergy this season. The best you can do is just somehow manage to lock into completing Prince, complete a more broken synergy if you want to stop the Swordsman this season. And if you get Link, now you can actually play Astro Power Link constantly. It's not something that you had to be forced like as it was last season. In fact, if we talk about Hayabusa, the scaling of his skill is unreal. I thought Link had unreal scaling, but Hayabusa's scaling is even more unreal. It's supposed to be extra physical attack, but when he gets that swordsman synergy triggered, the swordsman the what's the word? The extra attack he gets from the swordsman synergy also counts towards his skill. So Hayabusa is just really, 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 really crazy. Like you don't need you really now I understand what it is. Now I see what it is that it's a waste to not have Hayabusa on the team. You need to Karina, Lancelot, Ling, and Hayabusa. You once you can have all those four. I mean, people who play Star Scale 3 are going to really enjoy this one in particular. Just get some maybe just get Wemslayer, Starkoga, and Astro Power Crystal, and that's all. Five heroes, you get all of them to 3-star with the task skill 3, and nothing can stop it. It's very unfair. It's unfair to say the least. And it's also very satisfying to watch. Right? What I want to do, what I'm really like planning for is Astro Power, Worm Slayer, Hayabusa. Get that one to 3-star and see, and just watch. I don't think there's nothing that's going to stop it. Maybe a 3-star Prince, maybe Moskov with a max synergy can stop him. But let me quickly wrap up the tier list. Worm Slayer is Worm Slayer. Weapon Master, I put Weapon Master as very good because Weapon Master is the most flexible of all synergies. It doesn't matter what you're building. Not like it doesn't matter what you're building. The fact Weapon Master has 8 heroes. That means there's 8 different synergies that you can combine with it. 9 if you count it that Julian is a Weapon Master and a Mage. So the possibilities of using, I think the only synergies that you can't use Weapon Master with are Worm Slayer Warrior. Actually, it should only be Worm Slayer Warrior. Let's check. Let's quickly check the gallery. Well, it's only Worm Slayer Warrior and Prince are the only synergies that don't have Weapon Masters. Prince and Worm Slayer Warrior. They're the only ones that don't have Weapon Masters. So it doesn't matter what synergy you're trying to build, Weapon Master will always find its way in. And Weapon Master buffs every hero. So it's always going to be something that is going to be worth it. Every time. You can always have Weapon Master there. Now, while the synergy is not very strong in itself, you still need to have one of those supporting synergies. The fact that it's so flexible that you can use it with whatever you want just skyrockets it to A. And finally, Wrestler, I was saying 2.5 seconds stun. We have Prince, we have the Crystal, we have so many things. But the synergy is more difficult to build now. Before it was very easy. Now it's difficult. You just have to You just have to brace it and just trace it, and it's very difficult to do. I personally have, I don't really like how it is now. There's Badang, there's Dairo, there's Aldous, there's Marshall. That's four like rare heroes already. The only common heroes you have are Cho and Gin, and it's not good. It's not very good enough. So I would say it's a B. A B. Let's just put it in B for the time being. I would rearrange the tier list. I would rearrange the tier list. What did I move? I moved something. Okay, I moved someone. Okay. All right. So this is the tier list as we are at now. So now it's just I'm just going to I'm going to go through every tier and just try to refine. This is now where you guys can come and like give your inputs. If what synergies do you think don't belong where I put them? What do you think should be moved? Before we finalize, what do you think are overrated? What do you think are underrated? Uh, I mean, I'm very sure a lot of the Prince people who were in the stream would be like, "Why is Prince in D? Prince is supposed to be S." And in truth, I personally would put Prince as, I personally would put Prince as S because for me, the synergy is easy. I can build it every time. I built it. I played 3 games yesterday, and I completed the Prince all 3 times. The second game, it was like I got 5 synergies, but I couldn't survive long enough to drop the seventh, and that was just because RNG decided to be a bust. No, the prince synergy. You see, you don't. The steps are there. When I make a video about it, it's the steps that you can play it with your eyes closed. It's that easy that you can play with your eyes closed, and it's so broken that you know you're only going to use one star core, but yet it's still so. Oh, okay. Uh well, I mean, I think you it's something that you'll get the hang of eventually. That's how it was too when I started. The first game I played, I got horribly, I got horribly defeated. And the funny thing, I was even playing custom. I wasn't playing against people. I was playing against bots, and yet I still got. Mm, oh no, I actually didn't say anything about Prince. I just put it at D. I didn't say anything about it. Personally, if I'm to put like personal bias with Prince, Prince is going to be S. Because I've seen things. 3-star Moskov, 3-star Dairoth, Moskov with Wrestler Crystal and which other crystal? Astro Crystal. Astro Wrestler Moskov. It was beautiful. Because of that attack speed, that vamp, they couldn't catch him. He was just everywhere. But then, as we said, it's hard to build 7 synergies. For Prince, I would recommend using. Okay, for every synergy. Okay, for Prince, I would recommend using Ria Skill 1 for the specific strategy that I was using. I recommend using Ria Skill 1 because you would need a crystal. You'd need an Archer crystal to complete it as easily as possible. Then you can get an Astral Power crystal later, or if you don't get any crystal, it's still okay. You can complete it at Commander level 9, no problem. So that for Prince, I recommend using Ria Skill 1. Let me move Prince to where it belongs. A rank, please. Now, to the C ranks. Or should I start from the S rank? The S ranks: Elementalist, Gunner, Mage, and Swordsman. For Elementalist, I would recommend using Ria Skill 1 as well. Because that Elementalist crystal is going to be necessary because you want the end game of your Elementalist to be something like Elementalist Bing or Elementalist Julian. One of those two is going to be the end game of the Elementalist. And if you are playing Elementalist Weapon Master, all the more why you should get Elementalist Julian. And if you're just playing it with Northern Veil, then you can just go with Elementalist Bane. It's not mid, it's good. It's not. This is mid. C is mid. Summoner good. It's not. Hmm. It depends on your definition of like strong. Summoner is. It's a satisfying synergy, I would say. It's satisfying, but if you are looking for strength, you still need to have other synergies. If you look at all the synergies that we have in S rank, all of them can be used on their own. You don't need any supporting synergies to use any of them. That's the only one that would need a supporting synergy is Elementalist because they don't have a front line. So you can just combine that one with Northern Veil, and you just combine it with Northern Veil, and you have everything you need. The other Elementalist will take care of everything. But with Summoner, you can't just use the Summoners on your own. But they do summon more quickly though. If you have this core, although yeah, true, if they could summon more quickly, it would be better. You only have Zask is the only one that can maybe summon very well. Then you have Sun as well. Is kind of there. So I was saying with the S rank, I'll still get to the B ranks. So it's okay. As I was saying with the S ranks, Elementalist I recommend using Real Skill 1, Gunner as well, Real Skill 1, or you can use Fanny Skill 3 for this one. You know, for the commander skills, I think I would have to wait till tomorrow before I can actually say anything about the commander skills. I'm going to create a tier list. Tomorrow's tier list is going to be for commander skills. Yeah. About the fact that he's a one gold hero just means that he has the limitations of a one gold hero. Zask is probably the strongest one gold hero right now because of the summoner synergy. It used to be Layla, but now Layla can't compete with 5 spawns. It's not. It's just not. It's just not it. So definitely Zask is the strongest one gold hero right now. Well, of course, he's a one gold hero. He was not going to be able to really do magic against the real 3 gold hyper carries. And then okay, let's look at the summoner synergy again. We have Sun. Sun is definitely going to be the main carry of that synergy, and he's a 5 gold hero, so he's going to be difficult to obtain. He's going to be difficult to build. But if you can build the summoner synergy, it gives you this chance to get Sun. So if you can get Sun, if you can lock into getting Sun from the early game, you will actually have a good time. You will actually have a good time as well. Then Vexana as well is okay. I think Popol is like the most underwhelming of all of them. And for some reason, he's the one that the game wants to give you the most of every time. They always give me Popo anytime I'm playing. Even though he's like the most useless, Ask is much better than Popo. Or at least so far. I've seen 3-star Popos and they've still not done anything. But I've seen 3-star Zasks and they were very, very annoying. They were very, very strong. So for now, I'll still say the Summoner is still a good synergy. Maybe in the mid-season, the ranking will change. But based on what I've seen so far, Summoner definitely is just a B right now. The S rank synergies, okay, I've talked about Elementalist, I've talked about Gunner. I've also talked about Swordsman. I've talked too much about Swordsman. These 4 synergies are going to be the strongest in the current season. Mm, actually, I don't remember if he stays or not. From what I remember, after Popo spawns him, then he's just there. I think if they kill Cooper, then Cooper will just go out until Popo spawns him again. It's like how it is with the other summoners actually. It's not like it's a permanent thing. So it's just a summon, and then when his mana is full again, he will summon another one. So it's really no, I don't know. It's not a very interesting synergy to me. It's not like something that will break the game or anything. And so going to the A rank synergies, the S rank synergies, those ones are definitely just the ones that will kill the game right now, and those are the ones that I will focus on, in the coming videos. A rank, I'll start with Prince. Prince should be S rank, but because of how difficult it is, A rank. Archer is okay, but the reliance on Prince. Moskov relies on Prince. Without Prince, Moskov is not really going to do very well, unless you maybe have Kadia, you maybe have Forsaken Light. So there's so many things that you need. Hanabi, I don't think anybody is going to ever use Hanabi. I don't think anybody ever uses Hanabi at all. So it's all the Archer. When you hear Archer synergy, what you think of is 1-1, just 1-1 and Moskov pure. And Moskov is reliant on the Prince synergy. Once you have the Prince synergy, he's going to spike very high. Then 1-1 relies on the KDR synergy as well. And 1-1 also has the problem of if the enemy is too oppressive, I don't know what the word is to use here, but I picture this 1-1 against 3 very heavy heroes. Let's say she's against the Benedetta that can immune, she's against the Lance that can immune, she's also against the Link that can immune. There is almost nothing that she can do against them. Although if 1-1, no, it's a one-time thing. It's like how Sun can't stack his clones. Once he uses his clones, if he uses his skill again while he has clones, he's just going to the old clones are just going to go, and then the new ones will replace it. That's how purpose works too. It's only Zask and Vexana that can actually stack their own spawns. Uh, yeah, exactly. 1-1 is supposed to be able to, when she has the archer synergy, so she's supposed to be able to tear down guardians. But when the enemy is actually very significantly very tanky, 1-1 falls out a bit. It the way I see the archer synergy, you need everybody. The archer synergy stacks up to 50 stacks. Very barely would you see any one archer able to stack that 50 stacks max. So if you want to enjoy the archer synergy, you need to have all archers like built up. Iritel and 1-1 have, I mean, Iritel and Mia have, they're able to, and Hanabi as well, they're able to hit a lot of heroes, so they can reduce defense of a lot of heroes. Moskov also has a lot of attack speed, and Melissa can increase the attack speed of everybody. It's a balanced team in themselves. But so you can't really have one specific hyper carry. You can't say, okay, this archer is 1-1 hyper carry. If I focus on 1-1 alone, I will win. No, that's not how it always is. You need Melissa to increase 1-1's attack speed. You need Moskov to divert enemies away. You need Mia to give the AoE damage reduction. And you need Hanabi for the CC. It's a well-oiled machine, the archer synergy. And that's one of the problems. That's one of the problems with using it. You need to have everybody. I mean, of course, 1-1 is definitely like the most important as it is, as it stands. But you still need to have everybody playing their role. That combo is one I loved using in the previous patch because with Archer Forsaken Light, I actually have Future Tech as well, and then Wrestler. But in the current patch, as difficult as it sounds, I would recommend using Prince every time you want to play Archer. I would recommend using Prince every time you want to play Archer. If not Prince, then you would just go with Cadia Riverlands. If you want to use Archer, you could go Cadia Riverlands and Wrestler or Weapon Master. But personally, I would recommend using Prince every time you want to play Archer. Because while it is difficult to build, it's still worth it. If you want to build Archer and Forsaken Light, then that means you would use a little bit of Cadia with a little bit of Weapon Master, so that you can have that heal, that attack speed, that everything. And then 1-1 still has her Cadia, so she can at least get some shield. That would be, if you want to use it with Forsaken Light, that would be the way to go. But the best for me, Prince. Every time you want to use Archer, just use Prince. It will take a while to get used to. In terms of this though, when Yin dashes, it's actually very good for the team. When Yin and Cho are very good at distracting enemies. The thing is that if Cho and Yin are in front, they dash, the enemies will most likely focus on Yin and Cho, unless it's a very kind of extreme scenario. Most of the time, the enemies would focus on the Cho and the Yin. Unless maybe it's melee heroes. If Yin dashes away, then the melee heroes are just left to go down to your archers. That's why you still need to have Akai as well. So the Akai doesn't move. Akai is always just there. So and then you also have Julian when you get Forsaken Light completely. And if you are going with Cadia, you still have Zilong, you still have Sun. So Yin and Cho can just be there to distract the rest of the enemies while your actual front line just stays. Me, I see Cho and Yin as kind of distraction. That's why I don't put them in the center. I put them at the sides. On the extreme sides in front, so that when they dash, it's almost like nothing changed. It's just that, okay, fine, the enemies have changed their targets, but my actual tank is still there. So that's just how I would say the Archer Synergy. The Archer Synergy has a lot of potential this season. It's just that Akai, yeah, that also happens too. And they also take extra damage. In addition to getting hooked. So moving to Astro Power. Astro Power should probably be S rank really, because of the swordsman because of Carnival, I would say no, because you can go with, you can win with 4 swordsman and 3 astral power, but to win with 6 astral power and 2 swordsman is not going to be very. It's going to be difficult, unless maybe you get a very broken astral power core like wind or earth. The astral power still relies on its side synergies. Okay, let's see. Mystic Burial is still, Mage is still going to be the most logical option to use with Mystic Burial. You have Weapon Master and Mage. I would recommend using those two with Weapon Master and Mage. Astral Link, that is but that's still a swordsman thing. It's not. It's less of an astral power thing and more of a swordsman thing. The astral link. It's more of a swordsman thing. So combinations for mystic burial, I would still say mage and weapon master. Then if you want to build it as swordsman as well, that one is also an option because apparently the extra hires gets the swordsman synergy as well. I don't know if that is true because in the last patch it was not so. The like summoned heroes, the mystic heroes when they die and resurrect, they don't get the swordsman synergy. So if it is true that the resurrected heroes can get the swordsman synergy, then that would be mystic swordsman would be a good option as well. Whether it would be easy to build or not though is another question. I think this ranking has a little bit of, is the synergy easy to build included in it. The synergies that are very very difficult to build are not in S rank. I think the most difficult of the ones in S rank is Mage because of how Mage is. But it's very very, it's still easy to build once you get right into it. But the other ones, you see, Saber is just irritating right now. The synergy got a crystal when it has 5 common heroes, and yet they gave it a crystal for why? And it's at the end of the day, it's not like as if the Saber synergy actually gives the Saber heroes any. Or am I missing something? I thought I was missing something with the Saber synergy. But no, the Saber heroes themselves don't actually gain anything from summoning a Unitron. It's only the Unitron is the only thing that gains anything. So there's no point in having a Saber crystal. There is no point at all in having a Saber crystal. So I don't know. The synergy, I would if not because of bias, or that I'll say okay fine. I used the Saber synergy before. Okay, all that happened was that the attack the heroes now spawn down. It has less HP. I would have been okay fine. Let's just put the Saber as C. As I am like this, I'm so irritated that I would put Saber as D rank because the synergy has been ruined. It's just not it anymore. Although then again, people will still find a way to use it. No, you can only spawn a maximum of 2 Unitrons. Unless you have Mystic Style Core, you can only summon a maximum of 2 Unitrons. So there was no point in having the Saber Crystal. Okay, sure, you give the Saber Crystal to Ling, then what? Nothing happens. You just complete the synergy and that's all. You still have to build Worm Slayer, you still have to build Swordsman. The Saber Crystal doesn't add anything to Ling. If you look at every other crystal, Astro Power Crystal increases the damage of the hero carrying the crystal. Wrestler Crystal allows the carrier of the crystal to stun. Worm Slayer Crystal does its thing. Archer Crystal, Elementalist Crystal, where was this? Archer Crystal, Elementalist Crystal, all the other crystals have real effects. The Saber Crystal doesn't add anything. It's a very useless item. Yeah, that is that of the carrier, and it's not like you can't put that mystic core on the person carrying the crystal. So you still need to rely on the saber hero. It's not You're not relying on the hero carrying the crystal. You need to use it on a hero of the synergy. So there was no point in having the crystal. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Maybe things will change as the season goes, but right now, Saber is just a very, very, very annoying synergy. Like not annoying in a good way, annoying in a bad way. I think I overrated Nature Spirits. I think Nature Spirit is supposed to be B. That A rank I put it is too high. Although it can actually Nature Spirit can actually handle all the other synergies under it. It can actually handle all the other synergies under it. So yeah, I'll just keep it as A. Alright, so I think this is the final tier list. Is there any other? Let's just spend 5 minutes now to just. Are there any other things that you guys would like to add to the tier list before I finalize it? Yes, that is an option. That is an option. That is the way to use it. But do you actually you don't actually need to do that. That one is just a it's a something that no, you don't the Unitrons don't um join a hero. Like the Unitrons don't what's the word? The heroes don't form the Unitron. Now the Unitron spawns on its own while the heroes are still at the back. So if you like you don't need the crystal. And what it's inheriting is just from the heroes at the back. And with the star core, you're always going to have 5 heroes. You're going to complete with 5 heroes. So one Unitron is going to have 3, one is going to have 2. If you put the crystal on it so you can get 6, then your synergy would be 7 out of 6. Your synergy counter will be 7 out of 6. So even then, it's not you are going to like be sacrificing some space that you could, like someone said earlier, that you can remove a saber hero and put a 5 gold weapon master. You can put Leo mod. You can put is is Leo mod the only 5 gold weapon master now? I realized that Leo mod is the only 5 gold weapon master now. Sun is no longer a weapon master. So Leo mod is the only 5 gold weapon master now. Yes, yes, yes. But if he does that, your synergy counter will be. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. When you complete the synergy with 5 saber heroes and 1 star core, you have 5 heroes. Then it would split into 3. One Unitron will take 3 heroes, one will take 2 heroes. So if you get a crystal and put it on another hero, so you have to be 3-3. You remember that you still have a star core. So that means your counter will be 7 out of 6. So it's not worth it, especially since the Unitrons don't gain much attack anymore. In the last patch, 6 Saber inherited 150% of attack. Now it's just 60% of attack. Okay, that is a very significant nerf. What did the more I look at this synergy, the more irritated I get about it. Yeah, I don't even just want to talk about Saber anymore. Let's just leave let's just leave Saber in D rank right now. Oh yeah, so that's all about the tier list. So I would send the picture of the tier list to the community tab and maybe post it on. I'll post it on the Discord as well. And yeah, the synergy just got ruined. It just got ruined, please. Although that's just looking at it in like at first glance. Again, things may change throughout the season. I will I will still when the mid-season update comes out, or maybe even in 2 weeks. For now, the season has not even started yet. Yeah, exactly. It was so high before. Now it's 60%. When the season starts in full, maybe a week after the season has started, I will then create a new tier list. I'll update this tier list based on, the things I've seen. Okay, I've seen this. I've actually seen. Right now, this tier list is made with like theoretical and a little bit of like based on what I've played in the first 2 days. That's what this tier list is made of. So, for now, this is just what we're going to use. But then after maybe a week after the season starts, then I can create a more accurate tier list. So yeah, this is it. So the tier list part of the video is over. Now I'm just going to go play maybe 1 or 2 games. We use one of the broken synergies. Oh, I just play Prince again. The only synergy I feel like playing on stream is Prince. So I'm just going to use Prince again. Let's go play Let's just play a game or two, and then we'll call it a stream. And Saber synergy. Or I could even use the Saber synergy. But for that, I would have to use another commander skill, but it's already too late. Ah, definitely. The Prince guide is going to be the first one. I've already started working on the script because for after like testing it out yesterday, the Prince and it should come out next Saturday at most because I still have to stream until next Tuesday. As after the new commander comes out, I still have to stream that until then. But then between next Tuesday and next Saturday, I will then work on the Prince guide, and I will try to release it as early as possible because this Prince synergy is going to people need to play this Prince synergy because it's so satisfying, it's so strong, it's so beautiful. My chessboard, my chessboard is gone. Yeah, this is bad. Well, this is very bad. Uh, my gold management will be very will be more strained in this game. Purify, flicker, or revitalize, or retribution. The banning stage. The banning stage. I think it's okay. In the first few days, people might ban. Angela might just be perma banned. Now that I think about it, in the first few days, Angela might just be perma banned. Angela might be perma banned in the first few days, so I might not get to use her as I would have wanted. So I just hope she's not banned in the new season. Let me at least stream first before she gets banned. That's the prayer. Let me stream first before she gets banned. But I think it would be a good thing because sometimes you have some games where you just have everybody like using one commander and it becomes so unbearable. But like I said yesterday, if we ban, if there's three broken commanders in the whole game, and everybody is playing one of the three commanders, everybody's playing one of the three. If we ban two of them, then everybody's just going to play the last one. So it's still going to have the same. You start at pick three. You start at pick three. So if we are banning commanders, but then we are not making it so that everybody can only pick a like. If we are adding a ban stage where we can ban some commanders, but it's not like as if everybody can only pick one, like the way it is in ranked, where if one side picks a hero, the other side cannot pick that hero. If we had it like that in chess, where okay, if I pick this commander, nobody else can pick it. If it's like that, then maybe it will be better. But then right now, what it means is that if we ban two of the most broken commanders, then everybody will just play the third one. That's just what will happen. Everybody will just play the third one. But I've not seen it yet, so it's until the new season comes before. I think overall it's a good thing. But until the new season comes, we can't know exactly what will happen. I don't think there's any hero that can solo that first creep defension. But in case of that, what you can do is if you have two 1 gold heroes, it's probably best. You can do it like that. Two 1 gold heroes can easily solo the creep defense round. Can these guys win? Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah, it's hard even for a 3 gold hero. We can't say for 4 gold or 5 gold heroes because we can't get them that early. But for for 1 gold, 2 gold, and 3 gold heroes, it's very difficult to solo. I don't think there's anyone that can solo that first creep defense round. Although, of course, that is another thing that we can test out to see if there's anyone that can solo it. Almost means that DHS. Okay, so because I won because I won all 3 rounds there, I think it didn't really matter much that I don't have a chessboard, but I need to make sure that I get the chessboard back next game because I can't play like this. Okay, I won all 3 games. Yeah, yeah. There's ways where you can kill the ballista, but then you'd still take damage, so it's not really worth it. I think the best thing you can do, like I said, is to just use 2 1 gold heroes. 2 1 gold heroes can easily solo it, so you can sell the other heroes, and then you'd have some gold left. I don't know if that makes sense. Wow, Archer is winning. Can't believe it. Maybe Flicker 1-1 actually is the way. I don't like the idea of sending my squishy into the middle of enemies. But as it's looking, Flicker 1-1 might just be the way. Let's see what else the other guys have. So far I have the highest power as well. In addition to having all this, I have the highest power. I think I should win. Maybe this guy will be a problem. Flicker Kagura, okay. Hmm. Okay. I should be okay. And it just so happened that this was the guy I faced now. Okay, 1-1 is safe. Alright. Win streak. I'm using a late game comp and I'm winning in the early game. That is some nice stuff. What is this? And here I just what I want is the mystic core. That is what I want. Just give me the mystic core. Oh, okay. This guy is going for some very aggressive play here. He 3-star me already. Flicker and has claws. Okay. Okay, good item choice. Now let's see if I can get Moskov or a Moskov as early as this. That would really help me. Water? No, I don't need water. To reroll or not reroll? Can I get Mystic on the reroll or will they give me fire? Give me Mystic. Thunder. Same thing. Thunder is the same thing as water. But Thunder is better. So I'll just take that. I still need to get Irrital first though. Before I can unlock the core. Alright, there she is. Okay, so I'll upgrade my commander level and I'll get the yin I want. I don't need to hold on to Mia since I'll remove her later on. Ling skill 3. Okay, so one thing I just noticed about one ones about this Thunder Core is that with Demon Hunter Sword and Blade Armor, I guess it will work with Blade Armor as well. I can trigger the synergy much faster. The Star Core much faster. Wow, 2-star 1-1. Let's go. On the next round, I can get this. Wow. Once I get Prince, these guys won't be able to beat me. But right now, they can't even beat me. They can't beat me before I get my Prince. I think this is the only one that I might have problems with. What core is that? Earth Core. Wow. The Mia is just going full heal here. The Nature Spirit is just going full heal here. Okay, Hayabusa is back. That means we have this. We have Doobie skill here. Doobie skill is back in the game. Doobie's gift is back in the game. Since we have Hayabusa back in the game, we also have Moskov as well. That means that Doobie might have a chance to come back into the meta. Alright, so next I need to get Moskov. Two-star Karina. But still nothing, still nothing. Which taco? Okay, Mystic. Okay. I don't think that's a problem right now. Wow, another 1-1. And there's Moskov as well. Okay, this game is too good. I'm getting everything I need. At this rate, I might get to 3-star my 1-1 before I even get Moskov. I might get to 3-star my 1-1. Maybe it's because I don't have a chessboard. Maybe there's some luck in not having a chessboard. If I can get that Hellcut's Curse. No, okay. Maybe that Kidia Crystal then. I'm not doing anything. I just got very lucky this time. Immortality then. Yeah, immortality then. Nah. It's too early. I've not made any sacrifices yet. Yeah. That last game, the last game where I actually triggered the Prince energy and like got to win with it was very good. It was a very good one. Well, this is funny. If I'm winning from now, I don't think I can lose late. Oh, is a okay. Now this is the one. This is the guy I'm actually worried about. My Moskov is dead. My 1-1 can't kill these ones. Yeah, I'm not winning this one. Yeah, unfortunately, that NS is too heavy. When did Flicker Mia become a thing, please? One. Mia is too heavy for the time being. But it's okay. It's fine. I don't need to put Daroth, and my prince would have the first stage of prince. Did you see how 1-1 dodge? Auroras, what are you, why so violent? Auroras, why so violent? It's not maybe, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do when I get the Kidia core. That's the plan. The plan is to replace Cho with Tyroth when I get the Kidia core. And then hopefully if I can get an Astro Power Crystal, then it would be very convenient. These are the synergies that are left. I get Minotaur, that would trigger Astro Power and Guardian. Then I put Dairoth for Prince. That's all. Badang as well for wrestler. Just that. No Astro Power Crystal. I'll take what I can get to. Okay. Prince unlocking on the next round. No, don't mind me. I need to go to Commander level 9. So, uh, I have no choice. I need to go to Commander level 9. I just keep Cho here for the time being. When I get Mino, I'll remove him. Yeah, I'll just keep this up to Commander level 9. Or no, Archer Daroth is surprisingly not good. I don't know. Yeah, I'll just keep all these ones on Akai first. Hmm. This guy has Northern Veil. And he's keeping all these ones in here. I don't know why he has a 3-star Akai. I like how 1-1 dodges Franco's hook. Okay, that's good. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. So, oh, Mats is so much damage though. Yeah, it's exactly. So Archer Daroth is no, it's not as good as it should be. So yeah, right now I just need Mino. I need Mino here, and then I need the Badang, or maybe any Astro Power hero. I don't really need Badang per se. One Astro Power hero. Admittedly, this flicker is helping me. I've always been so hesitant about using Xavier. Okay, good. We're still in business. Oh, he surrendered. Surrendered before. He surrendered before the loss. That means I'm not going to get not going to get any rewards. Did you know that if someone surrenders before you beat them, you don't get the victory reward? That 1 gold. So I agree my commander level here. And then I add Badang. Once I do that, my prince will be complete. But I don't think these guys are going to survive long enough for me to get the prince complete. Oh, that is a lot of. Okay, 3-star Kimi. He doesn't have Ling though. Yeah, he doesn't have Ling. Oh, that Roger is 3 star. Damn. Thank you so much for the support. Can I win this? Hey, yeah? 1-1. Maybe I should put the immortality on 1-1. And I think to beat this guy, I need to know the flicker shouldn't be on 1-1. Because the fact that 1-1 is jumping into their middle is part of what is actually ruining my plans. Unfortunately, I can't get this capacity, so I have to upgrade my CL naturally. I'll take me nothing. I don't want to waste too much time looking for more mino. Okay, so my prince is complete. Prince is complete. Just look at mino. Where's my Moskov? Okay. Oh wow. Yee. Close. Close call. Close call. But if I get one more mino, I'll be okay. One more Moskov. One more Moskov. I need this call on Moskov though. This thunder call. It's wasting on 1-1. There it is. Also, I need to. This guy's Mia is irritating, so I'm just going to put the other guys at the back. I'm going to put these guys in front. So on the side anyway. Yeah, something like this. I need to be very careful though. I'm facing a nature spirit here. Okay, Moskov is doing what Moskov should be doing. Yeah, Moskov doing what Moskov should be doing. Moskov doing what Moskov should be doing. Ah, this is the Moskov. Right now, I'm tempted to just. I'm tempted to just like. Well, I'm not really this irritated. You're useless to me. To just put all my gold into trying to get Moskov and Dairot to. I think Dairot also did the most damage there too. I mean, he dodged Beleric's ult there. That was part of what saved me there. He dodged Beleric's ult. And I want to Astro the Moskov right now. I just want to Astro the Moskov. So if I can get an Astro or a Wrestler Crystal, Astro or Wrestler Crystal would be very nice. None. Kidia Crystal would be okay too, but for the shield. But I can use the clone device instead. I think that would be the best thing to do. Okay. Moskov is 2 star. Um, Starfall Blade, yes, definitely. I will need this. Let's drop it on one. I have 2 clone devices. 3-star Belleric, 3-star Roger. Wow. Okay. Okay. Look at Moskov. Nice. Yeah, definitely. I'm just. I mean, I don't have to. I don't have to rush my decision. Is why I'm not. Is why I'm not. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to rush it. I might be able to get the 1-1 natural if I just keep searching. Ah, well, guess not. Okay. Do I have to? Do I have to? Should I put all my things on 1-1 or leave them on Moscow? I think I'll leave them on 1-1. I don't have to. I just enjoyed that. Ah, this is bad. Mia jumped into. Okay, Moskov knows where to go. Where is he? Alright, Moskov. Moskov for the win. I need to be very, very careful though. I need to be very, very careful though. Alright, thank you for joining. I don't know how. I'm trying to see what can happen, what can go wrong in this game. Okay, I just needed Mia. I just needed to make sure that Mia was here. Alright, Dareth has killed that one there. Free. Look at where Moscow flickered to. Look at where Moscow flickered to. Look at where Moscow flickered to. Okay, but still safe. Still safe. Look at that. Two-star Dareth are Dareth are damaged. The 3-star 1-1. Prince is just broken like this. Prince is just insane like this. Alright, GG's. I really want to see what a 3-star Moscow would look like with this prince thing. I guess I'll save my prince spamming for next season. For now, it's that's really all for this stream. I've created the tier list. Like I said, I will send it to the Discord and to the community tab. Tomorrow will be a much longer tier list because in tomorrow I'm going to rank every single commander skill of every commander in the game. The only commander skills I don't have, I've never used before. This one. Yeah, that is one thing that is very funny about the Prince thing. It doesn't show all 7; it only shows 6 of them. So the only skills I've not used before are this one and all of Cho's skills. But Cho's skills I don't like Cho, so plus I've seen everybody else use Cho, so it's there. So anyway, I'll rank every skill of every commander tomorrow. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 29 commanders in the game, so there's 87 skills. Wow, that is a lot. There's 87 commander skills in the game right now. So there's so many options. There's so many. Actually, there's many more options than I thought there were. So there's 87 commander skills in the game, and I'm going to rank all of them in a tail. So we're going to see the ones that will, dominate the next season. So the season starts in 2 days. The season starts in 2 days. Oh no, actually, the season starts tomorrow. Okay, this is a miscalculation on my part. The season actually starts tomorrow. That means that I won't be able to rank the commander skills until Tuesday, because until Monday, because I want to play as soon as the new season starts. I want to play with Angela, so that means that tomorrow will be Angela's skill 1, Saturday would be Angela skill 2, and then Sunday would be Angela skill 3. So on Monday, we're going to rank every commander skill. By that time, there'll be 90 commander skills. So I'm going to rank all the 90 in a tier list. We're going to see the ones that will be most recommended for the season. And yeah, that's just what we're going to. So I hope you guys will join me, because it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to use a lot of your inputs in making that tier list. And then, I hope we can have fun in the new season. So yeah, thank you for joining today. It was really fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that. Yeah, thank you for joining. Bye bye.